Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today we are discussing a question that is critical for Pakistan foreign policy. How can Pakistan balance its relations with India and Afghanistan at the same time? These are two strategic neighbors, each with a unique challenges, and navigating these relationships is essential for Pakistan's security, economic growth, and regional stability. I want you to pause and think if you were a policy advisor, what would be your first step in balancing these ties? Aspirants, remember that CSS questions may ask about the strategic necessity of Pakistan diplomacy in South Asia. So always link theory with practical steps. Over the next few slides, we will go through the challenges, opportunities, and practical strategies. Pakistan's strategic position. Pakistan geography gives it both opportunities and vulnerabilities. We share a 3,300 kilometers border with India and a 2,600 kilometers borders with Afghanistan. This is not just a map, it shapes trade, routes, security, and economic access. Through Afghanistan, Pakistan can connect to Central Asia and through India to border markets. But porous borders create security risks like cross border terrorism, smuggling, and refuge flows. For example, instability in Afghanistan directly affects Pakistan's northwest regions, while tensions with India can escalate over Kashmir. Aspirants, if a question asks how geography influences Pakistan foreign policy, always connect borders, trade, and security. You see how one factor touches everything. Relations with India. Pakistan India relations have always been delicate, mainly because of Kashmir. Trade once had billions in potential but was suspended in 2019 after India revoked Kashmir special status. Security disputes continue, with India accusing Pakistan of cross border terrorism and Pakistan highlighting unrest in Balochistan. There are occasional thoughts like cricket diplomacy or back channel talks, but the relationship remains fragile. A common exam question might ask how Pakistan can improve relations without compromising security. Your answer should highlight confidence, building bias, control, trade or reopening, and ongoing dialogue, while also mentioning recent incidents or trade statistics. Relations with Afghanistan. Pakistan and Afghanistan share deep ethnic, cultural, and historical ties. Border security has been a long standing issue, especially with the Durand Line dispute and fencing conflicts. Pakistan hosts millions of Afghan refugees, which puts pressure on resources. But trade in fruits, minerals, and transit access to Karachi port benefits both sides. Since the Taliban takeover in 2021, relations have become more complex with the alleged TTP attacks from Afghan soil. For aspirants, if asked to evaluate Pakistan policy toward Taliban lead Afghanistan, emphasize pragmatic engagement, border management, and mutual economic benefit rather than historical shared challenges. So, what makes balancing India and Afghanistan difficult is that challenges overlap. Terrorism, smuggling, and refuge flows affect both borders. TTP operates from Afghan soil, targeting Pakistan, while India and Pakistan continue to trade accusations regarding Kashmir based militants. Water disputes over the Indus River with India and refuge influxes from Afghanistan add further complexity, and these are independent problems. Instability in one neighbor often worsen the other. When answering exam questions on cross border challenges, make sure you show this interconnection. The October 2025 clashes illustrate exactly how quickly things can escalate. Diplomatic balance. Pakistan diplomacy must remain open and parallel. Discussions with India should focus on Kashmir and the trade, while talks with Afghanistan target border management and refuge issues. So, issues based engagement is crucial. Address specific problems rather than broad, all or nothing negotiations. Regional forums like SAC or the Shanghai Cooperation Organization provide neutral platform for collaborations or mediation. The aspirants' question on balancing relations should include issue-specific engagement, confidence building, and multilateral diplomacy as part of the answer. Economic opportunities. Economic cooperation can actually drive stability. Pakistan could access the China Pakistan economic corridor to Afghanistan, creating a regional hub for trade, and reopening trade with India could revive exports of textiles and agriculture products. Energy projects like Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, India pipeline increases independence and reduce conflict incentives. So joint ventures and special economic zones can turn potential rivals into partners. If you are answering our questions in CSS, Give specific examples of trade and energy projects will strengthen your response. Security coordination. Security is critical. Pakistan should propose joint intelligence sharing mechanism, use technology like drones and biometric monitoring at borders, and explore trilateral counterterrorism talks to dismantle networks threatening all three countries. So, historical examples such as past India-Pakistan ceasefires and Pakistan-Afghanistan border pacts show this is possible. Aspirants, when asked how Pakistan can secure its borders without escalation, your answer should focus on trust building measures, multilateral cooperations, and technology use rather than unilateral military action. Role of regional players. Pakistan Balancing Act is influenced by external powers. China encourages stability through CPEC and US monitors counter-terrorism efforts, and Gulf states like Saudi Arabia and the UAE provide aid and Kuwait mediation. So Pakistan should diversify partnership, avoid over-reliance, and maintain autonomy. A common exam question is how should Pakistan balance influence from major powers? The key is to emphasize strategic diversification and regional public and political will. Domestic support is essential. Educating citizens through media and schools about the benefits of balanced relations helps counter nationalist rhetoric. Cultural exchanges, student programs, and sports events with India and Afghanistan humanize the other side and foster goodwill. Existing cross border family ties, shared languages, and religious pilgrimages can be leveraged. Politicians should form bipartisan consensus to ensure policy continuity beyond elections. Aspirants, when asked about the role of public opinion in foreign policy, include soft diplomacy and bipartisan leadership as examples. Looking ahead, Pakistan should pursue pragmatic engagement starting with low risk initiatives such as humanitarian aid or limited trade, gradually building deeper ties. Regional integration through forums like SCO or economic blocs creates interdependencies that discourage conflict. The ultimate goal is long term stability where borders function as bridges rather than barriers. The October 2025 clashes remind us why step by step engagement matters. In exams, a question on a roadmap for balancing India and Afghanistan should include geography, security, trade, diplomacy, and public and political support. Regarding the October 2025 border escalation, tensions arose from mutual accusations. So, Pakistan reported unprovoked firing from Afghan forces in areas like KPK and Chaman, while Afghanistan alleged Pakistani airstrikes on TTP hideouts. The Durand Line disputes, border fencing, and concerns over TTP safe havens fueled the conflict, resulting in 23 to 58 Pakistani soldiers killed. So you can structure answers in cause, effect, Pakistan response format. Since the Taliban takeover in 2021, relations have worsened due to increased TTP attacks. The October 2025 clashes, including shelling and border closure, show the importance of counter-terrorism cooperation and pragmatic engagement. Always connect current events to broader policy lessons in your answers.